Hello friends, welcome back to 7 Days to Die Alpha 13! It's out, it's here. So, I am going to be showing you guys the new game. There's so much new to be nude that I am not going to cover it all. This is going to be a highlight video of what I think are some of the coolest parts. And I will be releasing a series of videos over the next week or so, diving deep into different aspects. I'll be going over the XML files as I pull them apart and understand them myself, so that we, as modders, can have a good understanding of the XML files. It's a whole new game. So I want to look at the options first. Go through here. Everything here looks to be basically the same. Let's just go ahead and make sure these are all set to goods. No motion blur. Water quality, let's go high. Graphics, yeah. Reflection quality. I usually go middle on that because it doesn't matter too much. It seems to default now to quarter size textures, so watch that. And here's where you can control the UI opacity. So I'm going to leave it at default for right now, and we'll play with it and kind of see how it all works out. I'll turn on this. I don't want depth of field. No. All right. And audio. Turn that down. All right, that's better. Now we can hear each other a little better. Okay. I'm also going to be creating a new character for this playthrough, because I figured, you know what? That would be great. So let's go ahead and delete this character. Now remember, you're going to be gaining skills now, so your character profile, your skills and levels will go with that character. So you want to make sure you always do use the same one. So we're going to delete that guy, and we're going to make a new character, because they have gone in and they've changed things up so that you're using UMA 2 now, which is, let's go over here, which is the newest version of the UMA. And they've also set it up so that things are bound a little better for how goofy you can make your character look. Like, you can't go all weird anymore. So we're going to go, as her legs. Give me a little, this guy's a little emaciated, so let's go with that. You can go butt size. Oh, yeah. Give him a little. There we go. And then you get all these different skin tones now. And let's go with the head. Now, I do know they've added some new hairs. Yeah. Oh, you can mouse wheel zoom in. I like that. That's a good look. That's a John Castaway kind of look. A little emaciated looking. You know, he's ripped like no one's business. All right, that's good enough for me. Let us save that. Okay. And let's look at our new game options as well. So one of the big things that they've changed, definitely random gen, and we're going to call this A13 preview. Now, one of the big things that they have changed, and I always switch it to multiplayer in case I have a friend drop by. I'm not going to worry about the difficulty right now. So your daylight length, okay, zombies run, aggression, specific profiles. Okay. Now, big one for us YouTubers. A lot of us use craft timers off just to make things a little less boring, but that's all gone now. So craft timers and loot timers are fixed, and you can gain skills that improve them, speed them up. So that is going to be interesting to find out about. Okay, nothing else new there other than those. And a multiplayer. We'll make this private. Come on. There we go. This is still kind of a glitchy interface. All right. So nothing big new in here other than the removal of that craft timers and loot timers. All right. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to show you just a few things that are on my list. So the release notes are like 20 pages. It's a massive list. So many new things have been changed. But some of the big things are crafting and temperature survival. So right now we are 100% food, 100% water. So those will go away. They'll fade away after a few moments. And they've got all new audio as well, if you'll notice. So the audio mixing's all been redone, and they actually had some professional voice guys and gals come in and record new sounds for all of the characters. So let's go ahead and loot this up. So this is the new looting interface. So we've got some feathers. Drag them over here. Click to drag, or click, drag, and then you can click again, left click to drop. And if you used to be, you would pick them up and you would so you can still right click with the stack. After you click, drag, you've got it in your hand, right click, click, add it to the pile. Now if you right click and hold down, you pick up half the stack, and then left click to drop it down. So right click, hold down, get half the stack. And they also show you right here. Rather than me talking, but you just read those things right there. So right click and hold, yep, left click, hold, and if you left click itself, you get a little information window that appears for everywhere in the crafting windows and in here, and it shows you the recipes you can create from that. And right now these are the ones we can create if we had all the parts. So it'll tell you, for example, for the arrow we have feather, wood, and small stone. And that will let us craft those. Now, as you craft them, they plop out one at a time into your inventory. So let's go ahead. We can punch a rock now. And you can see that little down arrow. And watching the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I've got one rock. I got a piece of iron. So this is the new harvest mechanic. And things go automatically into your backpack. There we go. So now these grasses are going right in our backpack. And let's see how... So now we get a piece of wood. So no longer is it sticks and planks, etc. It is all simply looting. And I shift click and it went right in my bassinet. So let's look at our map. So you hit tab now, you get this new interface. So you've got your crafting, you've got your character. My character, so it shows me my protections for all different things: blunt force, piercing, fire, radiation, heat, wetness, and my overall weight of my selves. My current level, and then my gear for each piece. So out here in the desert, we go to our map. It tells us right now that it is 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 13-mile-an-hour wind. We're at 21 meters, day 1, 8:37. So all that information is here now. It's very minimal, kind of quiet and peaceful. I like that. You can also zoom this out to 3 kilometers of view space now, which is awesome. And best of all, something that we've wanted for so very long. Right click, save a waypoint, and we'll call this a cave of awesome. Okay, so now we've got cave of awesome on there. Now, when we're in here, if you look around, that waypoint appears on our compass. And as you get farther away, it gets smaller until it drops off. So you can have it on there really nicely. So we hit M again, takes you right back to here. You can right click on it. Oops. Actually, you can go over here, I think, and delete it. Now, the other cool thing is you can actually share a waypoint. So you can actually share this with other people on your You can share with other people on the server or in your friends list, or you can make it completely public. So that is awesome. So allies are people you're friended with, and everyone is everyone. So you can share very quickly, hey, we got to go over here. Put a waypoint down on the map, click, everyone has it. Awesome. You can put down your spots for your sleeping bags and your places you want to loot. And oh, this is probably one of my favorite features of the game. Okay. Let's track it. Skills. So now there are skills. So as you do things, you get better at them. So that's awesome. And this is the first pass. Perks will be coming, and each item that you do something with, like maybe crafting a stone axe, that gives you skill in crafting. There are so many categories of skills. I mean, take a look at this. This is amazing. And there are some perks. So Quality Joe is a perk. So you get to, this basically adds 10 quality to anything that you're looting, which is pretty cool. Now, every time you level up, you also get skill points. You can then go and buy additional ranks in any particular skill. So that is going to be really cool. And the Players tab now shows you all this really cool stuff about the people you're tracking. So that is really cool. It only tracks people you are friends with. Obviously, you won't show you people that you can't see, or that are the enemies on a PvP server, etc. Now, we could purchase more points if we could do it. Oh, now let's go ahead and craft ourselves up our first weapon, of course, which is going to be where do they see? Now we got to learn things again. We got to learn things. Axe, stone axe. So I need one more piece of wood. So here we go. Okay, one more piece of wood. How did these guys give us? Let's watch in the bottom hand corner and see how many. So we got one chunk of wood. So all those recipes that you've spent all those years memorizing, all gone, all changed. Everything is different. Everything is awesome. And now, when you are doing this, okay, let's go ahead and craft our stone axe now. So it takes me 6 seconds, craft it, boom, you can favorite it, so that's something you craft a lot of. And when we're done, it'll plop right into our inventory. Now there's 4 crafting spots. You can have 4 things crafting at any given time. And now as we go along, we will increase our skill in chopping. But look how much wood we're getting. A lot of wood. Not that quality. Now when you're all done, you get a big drop. So you always want to go to the very end, because you'll get a bonus for harvesting the whole thing, basically. All right. So again, this is not. I have to remind myself, this is not a Let's Play. This is a show you guys new things. Now it's supposed to be more rain in this one, and we also now have water. More water. Ooh, this is I kind of like this. This is a neat little. Okay, now you see that I just dropped. I got a little bit of heat stroke going on now, or a little bit of temperature impact. Even though 90 is not bad. Now, if I go in the water, you notice now I am wet. I was 100% wet for a second there, and now I'm drying off. Now it also cooled me. So in the desert, you're going to want to pop in the water to cool yourself down. You can also make different teas, like red tea, which is made from chrysanthemums now. That will cool you down, and coffee will warm you up. Now that's going to be a huge, huge thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get some stuff together. Oh, look at that. Oh crap! Let's avoid the zombies. I also seem to be moving much slower now. When you're moving downhill, you'll move faster now. See that? And if you move uphill, you'll move slower. So that's cool. I do like that improvement. So we got the new GUI, we've got the weather effects, so hot and cold. When you're in the cold, it'll freeze your little tukas off. And every bit of clothing is going to be important because you will. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of grass right here, just so we can make one piece of clothing. So clothing has insulation values that are positive and negative. For example, a hat may block some of the heat from your forehead and thus keep you cooler. Okay, let's see if we have enough now to make some cloth, some clothes. We can make all these new plant fiber. There's also a set of animal hide. So there's a full set of plant fiber. So let's go ahead and make a hood. Let's go ahead and craft this up. Just want to take a few moments. Now I could queue up more things if I wanted to. I'll go queue up I'll queue that up, and I'll make some pants while I'm at it. Now I'm going to look. Oh, this one needs animal hides. Okay, so let's look at our plant fiber hood. Click on it. Tells us insulation 2 degrees. It also gives you 5% waterproof. Thought I heard a zombie coming at me. No zombies, not yet. Oops. So every one of these things will give you some insulation factor. These are pluses, so these are going to make us warmer. Keep that in mind. If you are in the desert, you don't necessarily want to be warmer. There's definitely a zombie thinking about coming at me. So each of these things, you can still wear it. There's no right click anymore, but you can just wear very quickly. So that works out pretty well. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the forging as well. So clay is important now. Clay is very important. It now just drops simply clay lumps rather than big clay anymore. Oh yeah. So as you're working like this, you're going to get hotter because you're exerting yourself. You're going to get warmer. And that meter is just warning us that we're getting a mite warmer. All right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to get everything ready together here to do some forging. So give me one moment. Okay, I think I've got everything I need to do forging. Forging is really new and different. So we're going to go ahead, grab my forge. I'm going to put that out here. There's a new placing animation for a lot of blocks as well. Oh, that's a good little starting area. Okay, so when you're on your forge, big changes. You see up here, tools. This will affect campfires as well. You have 3 tool slots. You've got an anvil, you've got a set of calipers, and you've got a tool and die rather than a type and die. You get your fuel source. You can turn on and turn it back off. So when you are burning now, you don't have to worry about wasting your fuel. You can turn your forge off when you're done with it. So let's go ahead. We're going to just put in a bunch of that. We'll turn the forge on so you can turn it back off anytime you want to, which is really handy. Makes it much easier to control. Now, inputs. You can just stick everything in here. You can just go like, boom. Now it's going to start cooking that away, and it's going to start adding brass into our list of basically stored materials in the forge. So it just keeps all that stuff in the forge for later on. So I can grab it and pull it back out. Now it's got 20 forge in there. I can put some crushed sand in there. I can put some iron ore in there. Now it's going to start just chomping away and adding that stuff directly in. I'll turning the crushed sand into glass. So very cool. Now, when you are on the forge, when you first start off, you're not going to have a whole lot of recipes that you can currently make. But anvil is one of them. It requires clay, and we need to go ahead and store some clay. Let's go ahead and put that in there. You need clay for pretty much everything now, which is going to be an interesting twist for a little while. So let's go ahead and let that, because we need 5 clay in there. So now we got bricks, brick paper. So as you can see, as my materials queue up, I have access to more and more items. So this requires 200 iron. So I'm gonna wait for the iron to cook away for just a few moments here. Now, while it's doing that, so again, ooh, I'm getting hot, 102 degrees. So now I've got a status effect. Let's go ahead and take a look, because I'm also standing next to a fire, which keeps me warm, If I move back, you see now that status effect went away. Come closer again, and now that we're in a fire effect. So I feel warmed by the fire, and now, but unfortunately, we're 102 degrees warm by the fire, which is, you know, a bit warm here in the desert. So let's go ahead. What else can we do here for while we're waiting for this iron to take a look? All right, let's. Oh, now we're good. So now we can make an anvil. So an anvil, clay and iron, 20 and 200. I've already got one made up. So you need to make that anvil to make your kind of next tier of things. So as you can tell, some of these things, like iron arrowheads, requires an anvil. It'll tell you right there what it requires. Anvil, calipers. So the anvil is the only thing you can actually make. The other items, the calipers and the tool and die, have to be found as a loot item out in the world. So those recipes require those. So once you get them, you can pop them in. So now I've got the green check. I can make those other recipes. Same thing with the tool and die set. Now I can make all those kind of things. Now some things will still be behind a book as well. But for right now, that'll just get us started. Now you can see buckshot's been moved to the forge, where it used to be an item you could craft from lead ingots. All the ingots themselves have been removed, so now it is just forged material that you'll get, forged iron, etc. So let's go ahead. We're going to queue up. Let's just queue up like some of those. We'll queue up a couple of those, and we'll queue up some iron arrowheads. Boom. So now we have 3 things going, and they will just craft away. Oh, yeah. Hot. All right, let's throw him back down, hop in the water. Oh, the water's way gone. Oh, and there's a new zombies with the new motion capture behavior. Let's go take a look at this guy. I'm not really equipped to deal with him right now, but so they have a new motion capture and new audio system. And I'm already bleeding out. That's not good. Woof. Already bleeding out. Now, while they're stunned, you can go to town on them. All right, we got him. And he had nothing on him. What a jip. Now, they do tend to stare off into space quite a bit rather than look at you, so that's a new thing to be a little, you know, that's different. But let's get ourselves up out of here. All right, let's check our forge. So those things have been output, and they'll sit in this 6-spot output queue and just kind of build up. Oh, you're gonna do this, huh? You're gonna have to make me kill you. All right, let's. Oh, I've been infected already too. Great. All right, let's see what he's got on him. Oh, he's not stunned. He was faking it. He was a little bastard. He was faking it. All right, woo! Little bastard was faking it. Oh, I got a brown puffer coat off of him now. So now zombies will have a chance of dropping clothing, which is really handy. Now, one of the other benefits, what changes is there is now honey is just found in tree stumps nowadays, and it can be found on bees. There's no more hives, but it will cure, because honey is a natural antibiotic, and it will cure stage 1 infection. So as long as you get it quickly, you can just use honey to cure that, which is really handy. Now, you guys, I'm trying. Okay, here. Let's grab a machete. Now, we can also cut zombies apart. So you can get in here. Oh, this is going to be... He's not going to want to cut apart nicely, is he? Alright, let's see what he's got on him. Feathers! Yay. Alright, so new sounds, new things there. Let's get a shotgun. Shotgun! Where's the shotgun? There we go. Nice shotgun and ammo. Let's take this guy's legs off. Oh, you're not really dead. Now, they can be delimbed. It's not happening for me very much, but there we go. Delimbed. If you delimb a zombie, they will become crawlers. So they'll turn into these guys if they've been delimbed a lot. Like this guy, for some reason, he's missing a leg. So she's just crawling around. Oh, she's a depart. Oh, look, she curled up nicely. Aw, and she had some animal fat on her. Aw, sweet, nice departed woman. Now, as you use guns, like right now, my skill on shotguns is now level 2, so that kind of bumps up. Nice gore blockies. So gore blocks are different now as well. So when you are harvesting soil. Let's just harvest this, for example. My axe is about done. Let's go ahead and just grab a shovel just to do it here. So as you are down here, let's see. We need a good example. All this clay. Dirt's a little harder to mine now as well. It's a little tougher. There is, out here in the sand, I was hoping to kind of stumble across it, shale as well, which you can then refine with a beaker into, and we can actually look and see if we've gotten any of it. I'm not sure what it looks like yet, so that'll be a new thing for us to discover. Nope, nothing big yet. All right, and the other thing you've noticed there is no longer do you have to kind of vacuum stuff up. It just goes into your backpack automatically. So that's going to be a learning lesson for all of us. See, now we're mining tools is now level 2. So all of those things adding together, giving me new skills. And you can see, watch the ground. It's hard to notice it with this, but did you see the ground kind of shift down a little bit? So what they do is you can affect the density of the ground, and basically the cells themselves will shrink a little bit as time goes on. So it's going to be really, really kind of fascinating to see how all that plays out. All right, so many new things, guys. I have a link below to the full release notes on the Pimps webpage, but there is going to be just too much to cover in one video. So rather than try and do it, just watch the next few days. I'll be popping out videos explaining things in more depth, going over all the XML files, and obviously my own first Let's Play of the season will kick off here as well. So for now, it's been RongoTheBold. Oh, so much excitement. It's finally here. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.